Hello, welcome to another episode of Retail Focus. I'm John Suder here once again with my co-host, Bart Mroz.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back from his assignment, his secret mission. He was just at a conference. He was at a work thing. Bart, before we get started today, tell me about your awesome thing for this week.
This week. It's this week. I mean, it's a short work week. So I'm going to take that.
That's a plus. That's a win.
2 more in the holiday. That's a plus. I'm looking forward to nothing.
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes we were just talking about this before we started recording. We're both doing nothing this weekend, and I couldn't be happier. My awesome thing, yes, the holiday, 4th of July holiday. Also, I played hooky on Tuesday and went to see Formula One in IMAX. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Now, I can't say it's the greatest movie. The characters were a little hollow, and it was the typical Brad Pitt slop where it's like the movie starts, you're like, well, who's he going to sleep with? And of course, you know, true to fashion, he gets the girl, but it's eye candy. I mean, it's pretty incredible. If you get to see it in IMAX, go forth and check it out. Pretty good flick. Great visuals, great sound. First 5 minutes, knocks you off your seat. Great movie. All right, let's begin. First story of the week. Walmart tests dark stores. Walmart is piloting a new kind of store, but you'll never shop there. These dark stores look like regular Walmart locations from the outside, but they're closed to the public and exist solely to fill online orders. The first test site is open to Dallas with another plan for Bentonville, Arkansas, Walmart's hometown. How do these dark stores work? Well, they're stocked with Walmart's most popular online items, making it faster for employees to pick, pack, and ship orders. No signage or branding is displayed since customers can't enter. The goal is to speed up delivery, especially for customers willing to pay extra for faster service. Walmart hopes these stores will help it compete with e-commerce giants like Amazon and meet the rising demand for quick delivery. So why now? Well, fulfilling online grocery and general merchandise orders from regular stores is complicated and costly, even for a retail giant like Walmart. By using dedicated dark stores, Walmart can test new technologies and strategies to cut costs and deliver orders more efficiently. If successful, these innovations could be rolled out across Walmart's vast network of stores. The big picture, Walmart's online business is approaching profitability, and the company is investing in automation, drone deliveries, and even pharmacy and luxury goods delivery. The Dark Store initiative is part of Walmart's broader push to offer a seamless, fast, and engaging customer experience, no matter how people choose to shop. In short, you won't be able to shop at these new Walmart locations, but your online orders might get to your door a lot faster. Where have we seen this before?
Freeware?
Yeah. See, and I know they have, I was thinking ghost kitchen, same concept, ghost kitchen. The thing I don't like, and this is that I experienced this driving around the other day. A lot of retail's going under. For instance, I live near Franklin Mills, which used to be one of the biggest shopping malls in the country, which is now pretty much dead. And it gets a little depressing when you like all these things that used to be convenient and nice are now just these big black boxes that do nothing.
I mean, by my parents' house, remember there used to be like all these stores and they kept on changing. Walmart came in, that was there for a hot minute. And then they built that big ginormous Walmart farther down the road. And there's nothing in that thing. Like little strip malls are going away and like bigger, like it's funny. It depends where you are.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we've got a explosion of just these black box warehouses all over the main roads here. It's just like all these travel points that you used to use as kind of like, I don't want to take the main highway. Well, now the side roads are covered with these giant gray warehouses.
Yeah, because it's all Amazon and delivery stuff. Reality, right? But it depends where you are, right? Like, by me, there's like a U Wegmans is opening, a Costco is here, like, and then there's a Target opening. They just rebuilt a bunch of stuff and they're building more. Like, it depends where you are. It's a conscious.
Yeah, this is true. I'm still trying to figure out why all this valuable property right off of Interstate 95, and there's like
warehouses, right?
The biggest shopping mall, one of the biggest shopping malls in the country is completely dead.
Well, Franklin Mills, the Chamonix is kind of there, like Oxford Valley's, like we had 3 malls that were like big.
So what they're doing in Oxford Valley Mall is they put a bunch of apartments there. So they're going to try that blended experiment that's happening all over the country where they put retail with residential, which makes absolute sense, especially if you're a younger person. You put the nice apartments with the pool And then where, your anchor store used to be, you put a giant gym there, or
and then you look
golf simulators, like that kind of stuff.
But then also you look at the mall sort of layout, right? We were in kids and stuff like that. That was great, but like there's so much parking there, and there's so much land that's like wasted.
Yeah, for cars.
Like most of that parking is not getting used. It's just there.
No,
makes no sense.
No. So Walmart did try this before. I knew I was kind of getting a little deja vu all over again when I was reading this. They did test these dark stores. We probably reported it in our old podcast. They did them in 2010, but the pandemic closed them, and it didn't make much economic sense at the time. But their online sales have really picked up, and as I said, they're approaching profitability on that. So, Amazon isn't letting Walmart have all the fun. Their intention is to bring next day delivery of everyday essentials to tens of millions of households in more than 4,000 smaller cities, towns, and rural communities by the end of 2026. So, the battle between Walmart and Amazon continues.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Were you invited to Jeff's wedding last weekend? I didn't talk to you last weekend. I thought maybe you were in Venice.
I said I was at work function. There were special cards. Had to get in, the whole thing.
Well, listen, I sat by the phone. I waited. I thought, man, he's going to text me. He's going to ask me to come last minute.
No pictures allowed.
Yeah, I got no text.
Why have a tan?
Actually, I did see the one picture of you wearing the banana hammock, but I won't share that online.
Oh, jeez.
All right. This next was a fun story. Anthropic's Project Vend AI tries and fails to run a vending machine. In a newly published experiment entitled Project Vend, researchers at Anthropic, in partnership with Andon Labs, an AI safety evaluation company, let their AI model, Claudius, manage a vending machine in the company's office for a month to see how good it was at running a small business. The goal? To see if an AI could handle the everyday tasks of running a small retail business, stocking snacks, setting prices, managing inventory, and turning a profit. Well, here's how it worked. Claudius was given tools to research products and contact wholesalers, which were played by actual employees, and manage a mini fridge shop for a month. The model was tasked with generating profits by stocking the vending machine with popular products that it could buy from the wholesalers, maintaining a money balance above $0, ordering quantities of product that didn't exceed the machine's inventory limitations, communicating with vendors concisely. The LLM was given a name, email address, and inventory storage address to use when communicating with vendors. Well, instead of becoming a booming business whiz, the AI made a series of bizarre and costly decisions. It ordered novelty items like tungsten cubes, set nonsensical prices, and even invented fake customer interactions and a fictional Venmo account. Claudia struggled with basic business logic, offering huge discounts to nearly all customers who were mostly Anthropic employees, leading to steady losses. The experiment highlighted how easily current AI models can be manipulated or confused in real-world situations and how far they are from reliably managing even a simple business. So why does this matter? Well, the results were often hilarious, but they also expose serious challenges. Today's AI lacks the judgment and common sense needed for unsupervised business roles. Anthropic and its research partner, Andon Labs, see this as a valuable lesson in AI safety and oversight. The technology shows promise, but needs more training and supervision before it can handle real economic tasks. In short, Project Vend was a bold and entertaining test that proved AI isn't ready to replace your local shop manager just yet, but it's a glimpse into a future where such experiments will become increasingly important. Ultimately, Anthropic determined it would not hire Claudius because the AI agent made too many mistakes to run the shop successfully. However, the company feels the experiment was a success, despite its failure at the task itself, because it revealed clear paths to improvement. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah. The AI world is getting weirdly interesting in good or bad. I'm not sure what to do with it right now.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day between all the job losses and people who are kind of finding themselves in between. It's a very strange time right now, especially if you're looking for a job. I mean, I've been half-heartedly applying for jobs for exactly 1 year. I think I got one interview. Yeah, because everything's just you're feeding your resume into this endless funnel of AI slop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know we're talking about the vending machine stuff, but like overall AI stuff, like I think you and I were talking about yesterday, like, your typical seed rounds at startups are very low. They're the 50,000 to 5 million. There's an AI startup that's got $2 billion seed round, and that's just ridiculous.
On a seed round. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy, right? So like, yeah, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. I mean, it's also like, I think if you read the Apple's paper where it's like, it's not really doing it, like it's just patterns and it's not really AI or.
Yeah.
But
they kind of debunked a lot of the magic of AI.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also saying like, it's a little bit of a bubble. I think it's a big bubble, but the magic of it, where it fits and how it does jobs is kind of interesting, right? I think there's a big one for legal. There's the medicine stuff. Like there's movement there, but I think we're farther away from being fully replaceable and all that kind of stuff. People are going to get replaced in jobs, but craft and care will not go away.
Yeah, so that was what we were talking about the other day, and I agree with you from a creative side in that I think people are going to get burned out on the AI slop. I know I've said this countless times on this podcast, but I do believe that craft will make a comeback. And I feel bad if I was in the movie business now, because I think that ship is almost sailed. But in other realms of where there needs to be that human touch, I think the humans will survive.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we will. Like, okay, let's talk about a movie, like even shorts, right? Like, the big, like the Google stuff that was coming out and everybody's posting all the things with the Yetis and stuff like that. That's funny, right?
Yep.
But then the crafts and commerce, the guy in Chit, that whole skit with the guy in Chit, did you see those? That guy on it, it's like office-like, but he's just awkward and never.
Yep.
Right? So like, you can't really do that with AI. Like, it's a very particular sort of thing. So like, there's definitely the balance of it too.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm really into the AI movie thing. And there was a series that someone did of all these British reporters interviewing pensioners in London streets. Stuff is hilarious. And I wonder how much of it was clever writing infused with AI. Because when you just ask AI to do something funny, you can just tell that it's coming from AI. It's a good, I believe as someone who writes and does a lot of creative stuff, I believe AI is a great starting point. It has saved me countless hours, but ultimately, I think human craft and care really need to be infused in whatever you do. I also like, you kind of have to look at it from a perspective of the craft and care stuff, right? Like, if you keep on feeding crap into it, it's going to spit out crap, right? Because it's just looking at patterns onto what it's doing, right? So the craft and care is where it counts, because if you craft and care about what you do and like that part of it, and then you feed that craft into it, then it will spit out good stuff. So like, it does both, right? So it's not a replacement, it's a tool, but you feed it shit, it's going to spit out shit. Yep. Crap in, crap out. That's what I
mean. So like, you have to still, even though you're using AI, you still to use your craft and care about it. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't change it.
Yeah. Doesn't change it. It doesn't change it. It doesn't change the fundamental of what you're actually working on, even if you put a shiny coat of AI on top of it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's going to get better. It does get better and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, it's a tool. You use it properly. Is it going to replace up people's jobs? Absolutely. It's just, it just happens, right? Every part of technology does. Now, all these people hyping it up to replace a whole bunch of stuff at 90% of jobs, that's just stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. I said though, I feel sorry for the people that are kind of in that in between space. It's like they're going to have to figure out how to ride it out, or how to it's either adapt and survive, or just go do something else. I guess I don't know. Again, it's a weird time. But anyway, this experiment's really cool. I'll go through some of the mistakes it's made, and we'll close this one up. It ignored lucrative opportunities such as customers' requests to pay $100 for a 6-pack of Earn Brew, which can be purchased online for $15. It hallucinated important details, including the account that instructed customers to send payments to. It also hallucinated conversations about restocking plans with people who do not exist. It offered prices without doing any research, resulting in potentially high margin items being priced below what they cost. While it was able to successfully monitor inventory and order more products were running low, it was not great at increasing prices due to demand. It cajoled several times via Slack messages into providing numerous discount codes and let other people reduce their quoted prices based on these discounts. And finally, it did not learn from its mistakes. For example, when an employee questioned why Claudius was offering employee discounts at an employee-only store, praised the person for making an excellent point, but did not change course. So, yeah, don't let AI run your business just yet, kids. I was fascinated by this story, and I get why they did it, and I can see how that's benefit to make improvements, but it is pure comedy.
I mean, it's a good improvement. I think it's hallucinations are a problem, right? Because it's recognized it, right? So it's just creating a pattern. That's how kind of AI works. But layman's term, it's not really. There's more to it, right? But it's once again, it's crap in and crap out. It's figuring out what is it? It's the same story with legal people were using it to do thing, and it was creating its own case law or making itself up. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's where it gets kind of scary. They even say that now the guardrails are like, before it's almost like the packaging on the warning label on the packaging. Before you do this, remember, AI can hallucinate.
Yeah, I like, at least for me, the writing stuff, that's not dangerous. That's just, it is what it is, right? Use a tool. The one, I just saw a video, a kid do a whole paper, and he's English major, and everybody's M dashes, that's what it is, but people do use M dashes for it. His teacher's we use the M dashes, so that's obviously AI. And he's like, it's not. I wrote it. And he ran through AI checker type thing, and it was 0%. And the teacher's like, and you're like,
so the professor was using his own bias.
Yes.
Without even realizing that the thing was 100% genuine.
Yep. Yeah. And I was like, well, that's a problem. You can't, really divide that up, right? Everyone's going to have an M dash. I'm like, it's a common. Somebody writes terribly, because I do. I've seen that happen, and I'm like, okay, so now we got to misspell stuff. We got to write in that. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
It was that. Every writer that's been writing forever, they're like, AI is not that it's killing your job. It's that it's messing with how it's supposed to write.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've seen my style of writing change drastically over the last 2 years as I lean more and more on AI to help me do stuff. But the tools, some of the tools are great, and it's low hanging fruit, especially for somebody like me, where it's do you want to struggle with this, or you just want to get some help and use the tool in a proper way? It's people who misuse it that's what concerns me.
Yeah.
All right. Final story of the day. Google Doppl, an AI-powered virtual outfit try-on. Say goodbye to awkward fitting room lighting and questionable mirrors. Google's new app, Doppl, Doppl, is here to let you virtually try on clothes without ever leaving your couch or your pajamas. Here's how it works. You snap a full-body pic of yourself, even if you just rolled out of bed. Find any outfit online, screenshot it, snap a pic, whatever. Doppel's AI slaps that outfit onto your digital doppelganger so you can see if you'd rock those pants or just look like a potato. Doppl can generate AI-powered videos showing how the clothes move and fit as you do, giving you a better sense of style and fit in the real life. Share and save. Browse your virtual closet and share your try-ons with friends on social media. Here's why it matters. Doppl builds on Google's recent advances in virtual try-on tech, aiming to make online shopping more fun and interactive. It's available now in the US in iOS and Android. First, disclaimer, as an early experiment, Doppel's results aren't always perfect. Fit and appearance might not be 100% accurate, and Google is seeking feedback to improve the app. In short, Doppl is Google's latest playful step, making shopping and style exploration easy, more personalized, and a lot more fun, all powered by AI. Didn't we see this before? We've seen this.
We always see this.
But so the difference now is that we've seen these virtual try-ons for the last, 10 years. Amazon did it. I have a whole list of people who did it before, which I'm not even going to bother read. But they did it with overlays and AR filters, which is different than this true AI that they're using. Don't ask me how to explain it. I'm not an AI rocket scientist, but it is more realistic. There's a demo video link in the script if you want to check it out, Bart. But yeah, this has come a long way. But you've had all these brands that did Sephora, Warby Parker, L'Oreal, IKEA, Nike. They all had the AI or AR try-on. But the problems were a lot of the stuff didn't fit. You'd get a pair, like, remember the old Warby Parker? You could try on the glasses. That was mind-blowing. And that was, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
But it's now come a long way where it actually looks like you can turn your head, you can look up and down, and the glasses won't, the glasses will go with you instead of what it used to do. But yeah, I think this is pretty interesting. Again, it's a niche thing. Like I don't see everyone using this. I see more like, people really concerned about fashion, i.e. the youngins, the influencer crowd, like that kind of crowd. But I don't know. Like I said, it's an experiment.
Did Amazon have it too?
Amazon did have. They had a whole thing. Remember they sold that mirror.
Yes.
It had the mirror and you could stand, but it was the same thing. It was AR filters. So it was different. So it was clunky and unrealistic. It's like things were floating above you. It wasn't on you. This makes it look like it's on you. It wraps your body. Like the demo you look at, the woman puts on this pink, crazy, I don't even know what the heck it is, but you can see that it looks like she's wearing it. Whereas the older ones are just, clunky and silly. So download Doppl from the US App Store or Google Play. So that's pretty cool. Any last comments on that one?
Try some clothes, I guess. Or upcycle or recycle, or just don't buy any clothes.
Or, don't buy any more clothes, folks. Go in your closet and get rid of what you got in there.
Nobody needs that.
Because I'll bet you haven't worn half the stuff in your closet in the last 6 months. All right, final note. Microsoft is retiring the blue screen of death after 40 years, replacing it with a simple black screen of death.
Get out of here.
Provides clear information about system crashes.
I want the blue one.
I like the blue. I like when you walk through the mall and you see all the TVs with blue screen of death. That's fun.
I know. It's taking away my nostalgia.
Yeah, they're just chipping it all away, man. Nothing's the same anymore.
What was it? For a while, it was the little Apple logo.
Oh, it was black, but it had the side face. It was like that was the worst. And back then, you couldn't just connect to the internet and reinstall your OS. You had to find your disks, and if you didn't find your disks, you had to find another computer where you could hopefully bootleg an OS from somebody else, or drive to CompuWare or CompuSA and go buy another $90 OS package. Yeah. The old days, kids, they weren't as great as you think they were.
You have no idea.
You guys have no idea.
Man, I gotta say, like, once they released reboots right off the web, off the internet, was like gold.
Oh God, you know what?
So good.
I've had so many stressful afternoons. I'm on deadline, and it's like, okay, black screen. That's not good.
Yay.
All right, that's it for this week. We hope you learned something, but if not, at least you wasted some time. We'll be back next week with more questionable advice and unsolicited opinions. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe. If you prefer the video experience, please check out our YouTube channel. And lastly, check us out on the socials. We are on Bluesky, Twitter, and Facebook. Sign up for our newsletter where you'll get extended show recaps and behind-the-scenes info on the show. Links are in the show notes. Bart, closing thoughts?
Well, have a good holiday, people. Stay cool, because it's all over the place.
Yep.
That's all I got.
All right, yeah. Happy 4th. Don't blow your fingers off. I'll give you peace. 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 Two fingers.
2 fingers.
Later. Happy 4th.
See you.
What do you do now,